Okay. I think that's recording. Everything's going to be backwards though. So I'm out with the Mossberg Patriot 243 Winchester. Mounted the track Toric Ultra HD 4-20 on it. And I just got done doing breakthrough, break in, and I went ahead and shot a 3-shot group starting with the Federal. That's the jacketed soft point. Again, it's reversed. Maybe I can flip that around before I post it. Next up is the American Whitetail from Hornady, 100 grain. And then the Sierra 70 grain. And then I'll be trying out the 55 grain Varminters as well. But what I wanted to go over real quick is what we do when we get a new rifle in. So this came directly from Mossberg. They sent it to us. And it has not been fired other than test fired. I went through and looked and checked. Unless they're cleaning their guns and stuff like that. This is straight out of the box. So what I did first was went online and checked the torque specs. So there was a thread where someone had emailed Mossberg and they had sent some information back as far as torquing the action screws. The action screws are underneath here. So I went and I took my fix-it sticks and checked the torque, and one of them was loose, the other one was a little bit off. I got those to spec, and that's something that I'll play with if I want to try to tighten my groups up. That's like one of the first things I'll do is mess with those a little bit. Secondly, this came with the rail on here, so I went ahead and checked the screws on that. The rear one, there's 2 screws front and back. The rear 2 were loose, so I actually torqued those down. And then when I put in, this is the Iota scope rings that Track sent with this optic. Really nice rings. Anyways, I checked the torque specs on those as well and went through and followed all the directions on torque stuff. And then obviously cleaning it, making sure everything's good. One thing that's kind of cool about the Patriot is the bolt release is really handy and easy to do. So I went ahead and checked the bolt, wiped everything down, did all that stuff, and just basically when they come from the factory and they're sitting in a box for a while, they put a grease on it. It used to be Cosmoline. I don't know what they use now. It's some kind of grease or oil. Anyways, so I went ahead and wiped all that off. Obviously ran some patches through the barrel, wet and then dry, before I even shot it for break-in, because there might be some of that in there as well to prevent rusting. And then got it all set up, and I make sure to check everything. And some people get these, they pull them out of the box, they shoot them, and they're fine. That's great. You lucked out. But every single rifle that I get, unless it's a custom rifle coming straight from the gunsmith, I will check everything on it. And I found issues with CZs and Remingtons and everything in between. And when I say issues, I'm not saying issues, I'm saying something came loose. It happens. Maybe something happened in transit, who knows. It happens. I check it because I want a base level to work off of. And so far, based on the 3-shot group that I shot first and then I brought it up to the bull, it's looking pretty darn good. So that's the first group, and like I said, just finishing up with break-in and all that. And next up is going to be the American Whitetail with the 100 grain interlock. So more to come on this. I just wanted to do the run through on this and just tell you guys, when you get these things, do yourself a favor, research them. If the information is not in there from a legitimate source, meaning not somebody's guess on what you should do, from a legitimate source, then contact the manufacturer and say, hey, what should the action screws be torqued at? What should the rings be torqued at? But most companies nowadays, especially with the rings, are really good at getting that information out there. This came in with the package on what they should be. I know Arkin prints it right on their rings, which is very handy. And then pick yourself up some fix-it sticks, because those are the handiest things to have, and they come in a little pouch, and you can use them out in the field and everything as well. So that's it for now. Talk to you later.